and I'm going to welcome you all to today's math class. Before we start today, I am going to share my screen with you so that we can just remind you of what you guys should be doing. Zach and Noah, both of you, this isn't social hour. If you guys want to have social hour, come to the Wednesday Zooms for the Lion Social. That's not right now, okay? This is math class. Got it? Okay, so for today, this is what's expected of you. We're on Tuesday in Schoology. Today, you're starting your new Sprint and Fluency packet. Looks like this. We have some multiplication problems. If you remember, all of these, actually, these ones are numbered. It's page 1. Remember before they all said page 1. Today, you're doing page 1. It's lesson 3, Sprint, letter A. Who remembers how we take a sprint? What do? Noah?
This is Chef.
Yes, Colin.
We were supposed to do the Sprint and Fluency packet thing yesterday, and this is just fill in any questions that we didn't get to.
Yep. So we're just going to, so right here, I'm right here. So that this one was from yesterday. You're going to have another one to do. Okay, so Noah, what do you do for a sprint? How long do you set the timer for? Unmute yourself, honey.
1 minute.
1 minute, very good. And you're going to do as many problems as you can in that 1 minute. So if you didn't do that yesterday, you're going to do that first today, and then you're just going to finish any problems that you were not able to do yesterday. So that's going to be the first page in your new Sprint packet. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is a little, right here, this is a link to watch a review about area and perimeter.
It's the year 2060 and you're colonizing Mars. You're about to buy a plot of land, but you have a dog. It's the year 2060 and you're colonizing Mars. You're about to buy a plot of land, but you have a dog and you want to make sure he has enough space to run around. You also want to build a fence so he can't escape. So first you want to know how big the backyard is, and then you want to know how far it is around. To figure this out, you have to find
the area. That's the space inside. For a rectangle, its length and width are multiplied. Perimeter, the distance around the shape. Just add the sides together and then you'll be great with the area. That's the space inside. For a rectangle, its length and width are multiplied. Perimeter, the distance around the shape. Just add the sides together and then you'll be great. Yeah, here I am on Mars, trying to find out the size of my backyard. Well, it's a rectangle, right? So what if we cut it into squares of the same size that are 1 unit long by 1 unit wide? These are called square units. Add them all up, surprise! You got 72 square units, or feet, cause that's the unit we're using. But who has time to count squares? Length times width is the quickest way to get there. Yeah, that's how you find the area. A nice little formula that'll take care of you. And I need to hurry cause my dog is starving. Let's find the area so I can feed Marvin. My yard is 9 feet long by 8 feet wide. I get the area when I multiply each side. And 9 times 8 is 72. But here's another way for you to think it through. Basically, you take the rows and figure how many square units fit inside of those. Yo, my backyard is wide, 8 feet. So that's 8 rows with 9 square units in each.
No,
So
I hope you're listening and watching.
9 square units, you get 72. Yup, you knew it. The area, that's the space inside. For a rectangle, its length and width are multiplied. And perimeter, the distance around the shape. Just add the sides together and then you'll be great with the area. That's the space inside. For a rectangle, its length and width are multiplied. And perimeter, perimeter. The distance around a shape, just add the sides together and then you'll be great. Now I've got my area for my yard on Mars, and there's plenty of room for Marvin to live large. But now I need a fence, cause I heard the animals on Mars could be intense. So I'll need a perimeter, the distance around my whole yard. How do you get it? Yeah, just add up the length of the sides. 9 plus 8 plus 8 plus
Hayden,
9 is a
Cooper,
perimeter
Isla,
of
please turn your
34
cameras
feet.
on
And
when
oh
you're in
yeah,
here.
that's regular units and not units squared. So let's take a look from another angle. To get the perimeter of a square or rectangle, you add 2 widths plus 2 lengths. Here's a formula, don't forget to say thanks. 2 times length plus 2 times width to get a square or rectangle's perimeter quick. So let's try it with my Martian backyard. Come on, get ready, y'all. It's not that hard. 2 times the length of 9 is 18. And
Here
2
they're
times
going
the
through some
width of
different
8 is
strategies.
16. And 16 plus
Remember,
18
we
is
talked about all the
34.
different
Now, if I
ways
can
you can
stop
add up the
Marvin from
sides.
making a dirty floor. Seriously.
Okay, so that video is on here, and it's, just a fun way for you guys to get a visual of the difference between area and perimeter. We're going to be moving into some other things. So today, let's see. Cooper, go ahead and read Tuesday's assignment. I have it up on the screen for you.
We will be completing the lesson 3 homework on pages 17 and 18 in your student workbook. If you would like to complete the pages with me, please join my 1 o'clock Zoom.
Okay, here's an important sentence, Cooper. Read it nice and loud, especially the capital letters.
If you attend the Zoom, you do not need to send me copies of the pages since we will be completing and checking them together.
Okay, so if you are here, you don't have to send me copies of these as long as you stay here for the whole lesson. I know they're like, Tessa, you have a doctor's appointment. We'll probably be done with most of it by the time you leave. But if your parent contacted me to say that you had to skip out a little early, that's okay. I mean, if you just decide now, oh, I'm not going to do this, you have to send me these pages so I know you're doing them. But let's say, for example, you weren't able to come today. If you are unable to attend, that's okay, but you must send me a copy of these completed pages because that counts as your attendance for today. Then after this session is over, you can watch this Zoom if you want to follow along with us, because I'll have to buffer the video and put it up on YouTube. Now, lesson 3 exit ticket. This is your quiz for today. You'll actually first solve the problems in your packet because you're going to have to do some work. Then you click this link and you submit your final answers. Now, there are some of you who are in here right now that already did the exit ticket. Now, there's something I need to say about that. I'm glad that you're here. I'm very happy that you came. But if you didn't do the homework yet, you should not have done the exit ticket yet. That's just like taking the test before you've done the practice of the material, okay? So like I had some like Cessna here, Hunter, Colin, Finn. You guys already did your exit ticket. So did you guys already do the homework on your own?
Yeah, we already did the homework.
Colin, and are you just gonna participate and help us with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's great. If you get up early and you want to get your math done, this is a great, then you can just come to the Zoom and check your work. But I don't want you clicking right to the exit ticket, and then you haven't actually given yourself a chance to learn everything and practice everything before you take the quiz. So does that make sense why I want you to do that very last exit ticket last? Okay, no one's really shaking their head. Does that make sense to you guys why I want it to be the very last thing?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, thanks. Okay, I think I saw Miss Jameson. Did you sneak in here?
I did.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
I was dancing to the
Yeah,
song.
you like that. It's not the pentatonics like we normally listen to at school this time of year, but okay. So we're gonna do one of these together. So I'm going to get my document camera set up. Zoe, can you hear me okay now? I can't hear you, Zoe. Can you hear me? Shake your head yes or no. Okay, you might, after the Zoom today, you might want to turn your computer off because that seems to fix that problem, okay? Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And I have my journal opened to page 17 in your student workbook. This is the homework pages from the video you watched yesterday and also the practice pages we did. We're going to do number 1 together. It says solve the following problems. Use pictures, numbers, or words to show your work. Maria, why don't you go ahead and log off and try to log back on if yours keeps freezing.
It stopped freezing. I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Sunny, go ahead and read number 1.
Katie cut out a rectangular piece of wrapping paper that was 2 times as long and 3 times as wide as the box that she was wrapping. The box was 5 inches long and 4 inches wide. What is the perimeter of the wrapping paper that Katie cut? Okay, so Reese, what's the question that we need to answer here?
What is the perimeter of the wrapping paper that Katie cut?
Okay, so this is what our ultimate goal is. We need to figure out the perimeter of the wrapping paper Katie cut. They gave us some information about Katie's wrapping paper. What do they tell us about Katie's wrapping paper, Julian Dixon?
Excuse me?
Yep, I want you to tell me what they tell us about Katie's wrapping paper.
We have to find out the perimeter.
Okay, yes, but I want you to tell me what the story, what the information is that we know about Katie's wrapping paper.
That it needs to
Do you have your book in front of you? Or can you
Yep.
see my screen? Okay, so reread the first sentence to yourself, and then I want you to tell me what we know about Katie's wrapping paper. Julian, stop muting yourself. I want you to answer this. Tell me what we know about Katie's piece of rectangular wrapping paper.
2 times as long as 3 times as wide as the box that she was wrapping.
Okay, it tells us it's 2 times as long and 2 times as wide. So what's bigger, Maria, the wrapping paper or the box?
The wrapping
You're
paper.
on. Stop turning your camera on or off. Leave it on. Have a pencil in your hand and get to work. Turn your camera on. This isn't counting as you being in class when your camera's off. I can't see you. Hayden, turn your camera on. Duran, are you there?
Yes,
Okay, turn your camera on.
it is on.
Now it's on. Bend the screen down because I need to make sure that you're following along with me. Who is C7?
That's Colin.
Okay, Colin, let's leave your camera on. This is taking up a lot of time, and it's hard enough to keep you guys engaged while we're here. I don't want to have to babysit. Maria.
Sorry, I just had to go to the bathroom.
Okay, Maria, which one did you say was bigger?
Wrapping paper?
Right, because it's 2 times as long and 3 times as wide. Trace, so we need to start with learning about the box. What do we know about the box? Trace, what do we know about the box? Look back in your story. They give us some facts that we need to use.
That it's 5 inches and 5 inches long and 4 inches wide.
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to draw the box. Brian, how will we label this box? I can't hear you, Brian. Are you talking into your microphone? I don't think we have any volume on you. Zachary, how are we going to label this box? Unmute yourself. How do you label this box, Zach? Trace just told us, and I highlighted it for you.
Label it 5 inches long and 4 inches wide.
Very good. So we have 5 inches long, 4 inches wide. And I like to do all the sides because I know that in a rectangle, the opposite sides are equal in length. Okay, Tessa, so we're going to use this to help us figure out how big the rectangular piece of wrapping paper is. So I'm going to draw another box and I'm going to label this wrapping paper. What do we know, Tessa, in our story about the wrapping paper?
It's 2 times as long and 3 times as wide as the box.
Very good. All right, so let's see. How about Sophia? If this is 2 times as long as the box, what would I do to figure out how long the wrapping paper is?
To find how long,
Yes.
you would add 5 plus 5.
Well, I'm not going to add anything. It's 2 times as long.
2 times, sorry. 5 times 2
Equals?
10.
So how long is the wrapping paper?
10 inches.
10 inches. So I'm going to label both of these sides 10 inches. Nolan, I know right here that it's 3 times as wide. So if the box is 4 inches wide, how could I figure out how wide the wrapping paper is?
Times 3.
What is 4 times 3?
12.
So Nolan, how wide is the wrapping paper?
12 inches wide.
Very good. Tanya, now that I know the dimensions of the wrapping paper, can I figure out the perimeter of the wrapping paper? Tanya, can I figure out the perimeter now?
Yes.
What do I need to do? How do I find the perimeter?
Add them all up.
What are them all up? Be specific. What do I need to add up?
12 plus 12 and
Okay,
10
so this
plus
gives
10.
me 12 plus 12. This gives me those 2 sides. And then what else, honey?
10 plus 10.
This side and this side. Okay, so if you have a calculator, you can use it. But Tanya, I bet you can do this one mentally. What's 12 plus 12?
24.
Plus 10?
34,
plus 10 more.
44,
And how should I label this, Gracie? 44 what? For the perimeter. Gracie, how do we label perimeter? Unmute yourself. I can't hear you if you're muted.
Unit squares.
Not unit. Well, we have a unit here. Our unit's inches, but area is square units because it's two-dimensional. So how long is the wrapping paper the whole way around?
Excuse me, sound check. I just got on the Zoom.
Hi. Gracie, if I add together 12 inches plus 12 inches plus 10 inches plus 10 inches, what's my total perimeter? Peyton, we're on page 17, number 1. Come on, we added it up for you. What's the unit? 12 inches plus 12 inches plus 10 inches plus 10 inches gives me what total? Come on, Tanya did it for us. What's the total?
44.
44 what? What did we measure it in? I took a ruler, and what did I measure every side in? It's written down.
Inches.
Inches. So the answer for number 1 is 44 inches. Perimeter is regular units. Only area is square units. Julian and Nevaeh, what do you guys need? You keep raising your hand. I can't keep stopping to click on these different alerts. What's wrong? Julian Dixon and Nevaeh, what do you need? Talk louder, Julian.
You had 2 P's there for like right here and right here.
Right, because you need it. Perimeter, that's my equation, and perimeter is 44 inches. Please pay attention instead of playing with the buttons, okay? Nevaeh, I got your message, all right? Okay. Okay, any questions about number 1? Because now you guys are on your own. Any questions as I scroll through here? Unmute yourself if you do. We got a lot of people. I can't see if you're raising your hand. Unmute yourself and ask. Yep. All right, Duran, go ahead and read number 2 for everyone. We're going to read it together. Then I'm going to put you in a group to solve. Hayden, we shouldn't be playing. Put that away. This isn't toy time. You have about an hour of math. Let's try to focus.
Alex
Alexis.
has a
Rectangular.
place or red paper that is 4
centimeters
wide. Its length is
twice
as
its
width. She glazed a
rectangular
place of a blue paper on top of the red piece.
Measuring
the 3 centimeters by 7 centimeters. How many square centimeters of red paper will be visible on top?
Okay, to be visible on top. Okay, so for this problem, we know that there are 2 pieces of paper, a red paper and a blue paper. The red paper is 4 centimeters wide. Its length is twice its width. She glues a rectangular piece of blue paper on top of the red piece, measuring 3 by 7. How many square centimeters of red paper will be visible on top? Okay, so the first thing, Isla, tell me what we know. We're going to start with our red piece of paper. So we're going to draw red. What do we know about the red piece of paper, Isla?
It is 3 centimeters by 7 meters.
No, look at where
4 centimeters wide.
Okay, so the red paper is 4 centimeters wide. So we're going to label that. What else do we know about the red paper? What do we know
Its
about
length is twice its width.
Okay, so Isla, how can we figure out how long it is?
Do 4 times 2.
Equals?
8.
Good, so it's 8 centimeters long. So here's our red piece of paper. She glues a blue piece of paper on top. And I'm just going to separate them for now so it doesn't get too confusing. Noah, are you writing anything down? This isn't gym class. Caliana, are you writing anything down? Caliana, are you writing anything down? Okay, let's look at the screen. Colin, what do I know about the blue piece of paper?
It is 3 centimeters by 7 centimeters.
Okay, so I know the blue paper is 3 centimeters by 7 centimeters. So we have all the dimensions that we need. We need to figure out how many square centimeters of red paper will be visible on top. So what do we need to do to find out how much red paper will be seen? What do we need to find? Any ideas?
The area?
Very good. Okay, so we're going to find the area of the red square and the area of the blue square. And that's what you're going to do in your groups. Now, I only want you to find the area of each of these in your groups. Got it? What's the formula that we use for finding area?
Length times width.
Length times width. Okay, so we're going to go into some breakout groups. And Miss Jameson, how long do you think we need for this question?
I don't know, 5 minutes? You think 5 minutes for both?
Okay, so we're going to go in for 5 minutes. I'm going to set my timer. I'll pop into your groups and help you, okay? All right, here we go. Click join the room when it comes to your screen. Andrew and Corday, turn on your screens. Brian, click join. Andrew, Corday. Andrew, Corday. Are you there? Andrew, what are you doing? Can you see me? Corday, are you there?
And we're back. That was quick. Now here comes the waiting part.
Well, yeah, that's why you guys should just stay in the room and talk about the problem until it's time to come back. There's no race for being the first one done. And Colin, you already have this homework done. So I hope you're not just giving your group the answers, because that defeats the whole purpose of working together.
No, he didn't do that.
Okay, that was really quick. So I hope you guys are walking it through step by step. They still have, let me look at my timer, about 2.5 minutes to work.
Mrs. Shevchuk,
Yes.
so on that exit packet, exit ticket, I mean, this doesn't really address that, correct?
What do you mean?
Well, you had to kind of figure out what the dimensions were.
You mean for today?
Yes.
Right, the exit ticket he should do after these practice problems today, and he has to figure out the length and the width of the poster and the banner.
Right. So it's just.
So they'll give you, I believe it's the perimeter.
They gave you the perimeter, but that was it.
Yep.
Okay. So it's like trial and error.
Yeah, and yesterday we practiced like picking a number and seeing if it was too small, we know to make it bigger. And if it's too
I just
big,
wanted
to
to
go
make
smaller.
sure we were doing it the right way. Okay, that's basically what I had to do.
And I just gave everyone their 60-second warning to come on back. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, for those of you who came back really quickly, when we do things like this, like I know that you guys, I can see you as in class and chat, like you miss being around each other. So stay with your group for that 5 minutes. And if you want to quiz each other on some math facts, that would be great. Or if you just want to talk about what you've been doing at home, that's fine too. There's no rush to hurry up and get back here. Okay, because a lot of you then come back to the big group and talk. Okay, so just stay with your group until the time's up. Okay, now I'm going to share.
Was that supposed to join?
Yeah, everyone should have been in their groups. Okay, let's see. Hayden, tell me what your group did to find the area of the red square.
We did 4 times 8. And we got 32 centimeters.
Who agrees with Hayden?
Not me.
Wave your hand in the air if you disagree. Oh, Peyton, Trace, they both disagree. Who else? I should see some hands waving. Carissa, why do you disagree? Unmute.
Because I think you were supposed to add.
No, you're correct. Area is length times width.
It's because you have to put centimeters square.
There you go. Area is square centimeters. That's going to start to be marked wrong because centimeters is different than square centimeters. So the area of the red paper is 32 square centimeters. All right, Carter, what did your group do for the blue rectangle?
What did we do?
Unmute. Make sure you
times 3. We did 7 times 3 equals 21 square units.
Okay, now Carter, let's look at this. Raise your hand if you agree with Carter. Wave it in the air if you disagree. Andrew, leave your camera on. Stop turning it off. Reese, why do you disagree?
Because it's supposed to be 21 square units.
Well, he has square units.
Square centimeters.
There you go. Carter, we know the unit. So this should be centimeters squared. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Corday, what do we do now to figure out if you are on, make sure you're muted. I don't know if that's you, Carter, but like there's like a back echo. Someone, Carter, mute yourself. Corday, mute yourself. There's a lot of background noise. Okay. Corday, what do I need to do now to figure out how many square centimeters of red paper will be visible on top? If I know that the red paper has an area of 32 centimeters squared and the blue paper has an area of 21 centimeters squared, if I glue this on top of here, how much space will I be able to see? What am I going to do to figure that out? Orlando, what do you think? Come on, unmute yourself quickly. If I have this much, this is how big my blue paper or my red paper is in the middle. If I glue the blue on top, it takes up this much. What am I going to do to figure out how much red paper is showing?
You're going to see on how many red paper will be visible on top.
Right. So what am I going to do with these two numbers? If I take this number, I'm going to cover up some of this piece of paper with 21 centimeters squared of blue paper. So if I put my blue paper up here and I cover up this much, how can I figure out how much is still visible? What am I going to do?
And mute yourself, please.
With these two numbers.
Thank you.
Julian Pletcher, what am I going to do with these two numbers if I want to figure out how much red paper is still showing? Julian Pletcher, what do you think? I want to figure out how much I have left, how much red paper is left. What will I do with these two numbers?
Add them together.
If I add them together, I'm going to have 53 centimeters squared. That's bigger than the red paper. So I'm not making it bigger. I'm taking up some of this space. So I wouldn't add them.
Subtract.
Okay, what am I going to subtract?
1 minus 32.
Well, when we subtract, what number do you start with, the bigger number or the smaller number?
Bigger number.
Okay. So what's my equation? Which one of these is bigger? Julian, which one of these is bigger? 32 centimeters squared or 21 centimeters squared?
Something happened.
Yeah, our internet.
Can you guys still hear me?
Oh,
yes.
you there?
Yep. Can you see
Okay,
me waving?
something was happening with our internet there for a minute.
Are you
Should I
good
tell her
now?
again?
Yeah.
Okay, Julian, if we want to subtract, what's my equation if I'm going to use my 32 centimeters squared and my 21 centimeters squared? Remember you start with a bigger number when subtracting.
32 centimeters square minus 21 centimeters square.
Okay, Julian, what's 2 minus 1?
1.
3 minus 2.
1.
How should I label what I have left? 11 what? What, honey?
Centimeters square.
There you go. So your final answer for number 2 is 11 centimeters squared. Okay, any questions so far? Number 2? So you see it's a lot of steps and you really have to look, and I started not highlighting things until I'm using them so I know what I have left. Okay, let's go ahead on to number 3. I haven't heard from Ilea yet. Ilea, can you read number 3, please?
Bryn's a rectangular kitchen has an area of 81 square feet. The kitchen is 9 times as many square feet as Bryn's pantry. If the rectangular pantry is 3 feet wide, what is the length of the pantry?
Okay, Ilea, what are we trying to solve here?
What is the length of the pantry?
Okay, so this is the question that we're ultimately answering. Jack, we know information about a kitchen and a pantry. What do we know about the kitchen?
It's 9 times as many square feet as Bryn's pantry.
Okay, so we have a kitchen and we have a pantry. So we're going to write down what we know. Okay, so the kitchen is 9 times as many square feet as the pantry. Do we know how big? Do we know the area of either of these rooms?
No.
Yes, we do. Go ahead and reread.
Yeah.
Which one do we know?
Bryn's pantry. Bryn's rectangular kitchen.
How big's the kitchen?
81 square feet.
Okay, so I know this is 81 square feet. So label your kitchen 81 square feet. Okay, Carson, we know that the kitchen is 9 times as many square feet as the pantry. So what's bigger, the kitchen or the pantry?
The kitchen?
The kitchen. So Carson, I know it's 9 times bigger. So I'm going to take my 9 times what gives me 81, because this one's going to be smaller. So 9 times what equals 81?
9 times 9.
So my pantry is only 9 feet squared. So I know the area of both of these, of the kitchen and the pantry. What other information, Maria, do we know in the problem? They tell us something else that we can use. Did you find it, Gracie? What else can we use, honey?
The pantry is 3 feet wide.
Okay, so it's like I told you before, we got to draw it out, plug in what you know, and fill in what's missing. So the pantry right here is 3 feet wide. We need to figure out the length of the pantry. That's right here. So we know that the area, so let's go ahead and write down your formula for area. Area equals length times width. When you get put into this group, your job is to figure out what the missing length of the pantry is. I'm going to give you a hint. This formula will help you find the missing length. Okay, you guys ready? This one will take about, we'll do 3 minutes this time. We're going to do new groups. Go ahead and join. Click join. Andrew and Cooper, put your cameras on and click join. Brian, join your group.
Three times three.
3 feet. Yeah, 3. So it would
Kelly
be 3.
popped up.
Hi.
Julian, let's sit up. Julian, sit up.
Over 18. Okay. Awesome.
So
Pretty happy today, right?
found out the answer.
Hey, as you guys come back, go ahead and mute yourself.
We weren't done.
You weren't done. I got kicked out.
wasn't done.
Was that 3 minutes?
I wasn't done.
We weren't done either.
That was like one.
Okay.
We was off by 1 minute.
Me and Sophia are done.
We
Me,
weren't
Sophia,
done
and
yet.
Julian were done like in 1 minute.
Mute yourself. I hit the wrong button. I was joining some groups and I closed it out early. There you go.
Oh, we forgive you. No, it's okay. You want us to go back?
Might as well. Everyone told me about it. No, go to your group. Okay, I'm going to join your group. What did you guys figure out? Did you find the missing length?
We didn't figure out anything yet.
All right, so let's go. So if we know that area is length times width, how could we figure this out? What could
I did, when I was listening to the problem, I did, 9 3 times, and that equaled 27.
Okay, but your total area is what? What's the total area of the pantry?
81.
No.
I mean,
you're the wrong room. Trace, what's the area of the pantry?
81 square
Nope.
feet.
You guys are looking at we're on the pantry. The pantry, it's right here. The area is in the middle. What's the area of the pantry?
9 square feet.
9 feet. So look, right here's area. So right here, you're going to plug in the number 9. Then we're going to write equals, and then there's something that's missing and some information that we have. What information, Sunny? What else do we know? Can we fill in the L or the W?
The W.
Okay, what's the W? The width of the pantry.
3 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to put my fancy L here times 3. Okay, now Carter, I'm coming back to you, buddy. Carter, now this is telling us, and it just switches it around, so don't let the 9 at the beginning confuse you. This is just saying 3 times what? Remember, that's a fancy question mark. 3 times what equals 9? Do you remember that fact? Count your 3s till you get to 9. Good. Unmute yourself, Carter. 3 times what equals 9? Unmute yourself and I'll help you. I got to hear you though. So count by 3s for me. 3.
3, 6, 9.
Okay, 3 times what equals
6, 9. 3.
3. Okay, so if I complete this equation, 3 times 3 equals 9. So who else? Duran, 3. If we have 3 as our width, what would my length be? Look at where my L. What's my length?
Three.
Very good. So our length should be 3 feet.
Did we go back?
What's that?
Did we go back to the
After you write it down, then you can go back to the big group.
Out of it.
We went back to just finish finding out what the length of the pantry was, just to finish that conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Now we're back.
make sure you're muted, and I'm gonna have Hunter go ahead and tell us what you guys found for your length.
for our length?
Yes.
We
I
found
have a door in 2 minutes. I think.
Okay.
we found 3.
Okay, I'll post the video when it's over, and you can just watch the rest. Okay.
Okay.
See ya. Okay, Hunter, what did you find to be the length?
We found 3 feet
How did you get 3 feet?
because we had to find 3 multiplied by what would equal 9.
Very
And
good. So
the
just
only
like
thing-
right here, I have 3 times what gives me 9.
And 3 was our answer.
So what's your final answer for this problem, Hunter?
3 feet.
Very good. So you should have 3 feet for number 3. If you are unmuted, please mute yourself.
Gracie, mute yourself, honey.
All we hear, Julian, mute yourself. All we hear is background noise. Okay, who haven't I heard from yet today? Let's have Julian, sit up. All right, Zoe, is your microphone working now? Okay, go ahead and read number 4.
The length of Marshall's rectangle poster is 2 times its width.
Width.
If the perimeter is 24 inches, what is the area of the poster?
Andrew, are you reading? Andrew Martell. Andrew, are you following along? Where's your pencil? Okay, I'm going to draw something here. Zach, what am I drawing? What should I label this rectangle? What am I drawing? What is this?
A rectangular poster.
Okay, this is a poster. Zach, tell me what facts I know from the information they give me.
The rectangular poster is 2 times its width.
Okay, but hold on. The length is 2 times its width. So the length is going to be 2 times this number. What else do we know?
If the perimeter is 24 inches, what is the area of the poster?
Okay, so Reese, we know that the whole distance around this poster is how big? What's the perimeter?
24 inches.
24 inches. So we need to figure out what the width and the length would be. The only information that they give us is that this side is going to be 2 times this number. So I was working with some people yesterday, and I feel like for some reason, I think, I don't know if Brian helped me with this one. Riley, what do you think we could do to figure out what the length and the width are? We know that the number is going to be smaller than what?
24.
Right, because that's going to be the total. So really, you just have to use a number, something that you think might be logical, and then see if it's too big or too small and go from there. So Riley, give us something to start with.
6.
Okay, so if I put a 6 here, and that would mean that my length is 2 times 6. Riley, what's 2 times 6?
12.
So Riley, if the length of this side is 12 and this side is 12, what does that equal? Kellyanna, put your pencil in your hand and start working with us. What's 12 plus 12, Riley?
24.
So 6 is too what?
Too big.
Too big because I didn't even add the widths up yet. So I need to go smaller than 6. Maria, what do you want to try? Something smaller than 6. So I'm going to put it over here. We tried 6. That didn't work. What else can we try?
4.
Okay, so I'm going to put a 4 here, which puts a 2 times 4 as my length. Maria, what's 2 times 4?
8.
Okay, Nina, I haven't heard from you yet. Nina, what's 8 plus 4?
8 plus 4 equals 12.
Up, and then we have another 8 plus 4. Maria, you think you might be the winner. What's another 8 plus 4, Nina?
12. I mean 24.
So did that work? What's our answer, Nina? 8 plus 4 plus 8 plus 4 equals what?
24.
So did the 4 work?
Yes.
But Nina, what do I need to go back to do in my picture to make sure it's accurate? I forgot some things that are
You
important.
have to put inches.
Mm-hmm. So inches all around. And I also need to put inches in my answer. But I still need to answer the question. So Nina, what is the area of the poster? We didn't do that part. What do we need to do to find the area?
We have to multiply 8 times 4.
Okay, so area is length times width. So then I do the length is 8 and my width is 4. What is 8 times 4, Nina?
8 times 4 equals 32.
And how should the area be labeled?
Inches squared.
Good. And then I'm going to circle that because that's my final answer. So as you can see, you have a lot of work to do before you can get to that final answer, but you can't get here until you find the lengths and the widths. Okay, I hope everyone's pencils were writing down. So those were all the homework pages for today. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Nice subject.
Yes.
This is Hayden.
Hi, Hayden.
What's it called? I couldn't see what you did for numbers 3 because it left.
Okay, well, after we're finished, I'll be posting this video on the Schoology page, and you can just click on the video and fast forward to number 3.
Okay.